I'm Dale Smith for Looney Politics, and there is a looming crisis when it comes to simultaneous interpretation within Parliament. Now, some of you may have heard that because of hybrid sittings, many of the interpreters have been suffering acoustic and cognitive injuries, which cause things like concussion-like symptoms, tinnitus, and things like that. It's been burning through the rate. Apparently, as many as 70% of these interpreters have suffered some kind of injury as a result of the strain put on them by the hybrid sittings. And to make matters worse is that there are a finite number in this country, and even the freelancers, of which there are only a few dozen around the country, aren't even being offered sick pay to fill in for the other interpreters who have been injured on the job. Why this is a crisis is because there aren't enough new interpreters coming in to the field as the existing ones are starting to retire. This is going to be a major problem, especially because there are concerns that the injuries they're facing currently could lead to permanent hearing loss, and a number of the interpreters that are currently employed by the government are considering their options with this in mind. Why this is going to be a major problem for Parliament is because there aren't enough bodies to go around as it is, and there aren't enough new ones coming to replace the existing ones, which is going to mean that within a year or two, Parliament is going to be really stretched in order to find enough interpreters to cover all of its proceedings, especially as there are now even more committees than there were in the previous Parliament. Some MPs have rather unhelpfully suggested that Parliament merely hire new interpreters, but there aren't enough in the country. This is also why calls for more Indigenous interpretation within Parliament is going to be difficult to achieve because there aren't going to be enough of those interpreters as well as those who are in English and French. This is going to be a problem that MPs are going to have to tackle and find new ways of incentivizing language students to consider this option of simultaneous interpretation. But the first step is probably going to be eliminating hybrid sittings so that future interpreters and the existing ones on top of that, aren't going to be worried about permanent hearing loss as a result of being asked to perform these jobs simply because MPs don't feel they should be showing up in Parliament. For Looney Politics, I'm Dale Smith.